guys. Good luck. Good luck. I guess we can start. Yes. Hello. Do you know how the mic works?
Sometimes battery dead.
Okay. I just had to hold it longer.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen.
Sorry, we have a little technical difficulty. If the mic is not going to work, can you hear me? Right.
Oh, you mind announcement.
Thank you so much.
I can
No,
do it.
because you know what I'm thinking? We can just lower down the music. We can just, if you,
We can definitely do that.
yes. Joel, welcome. Do you know how we can lower down the music maybe a little bit?
It's great to have you here. I'm just going to make a quick announcement about my own event. Next week on July 23rd, I'm having an event. Alina will tell you that I have events every month for people who are building companies, typically in New York City startups. I've been doing this for several years. And I pull together people with different kinds of experiences. Next week, the focus is on the way that the practice of the law is changing in the era of artificial intelligence. We have several lawyers coming in to talk about what their experience as lawyers, how that is changing because of artificial intelligence. We also have one technologist coming in to offer the technology perspective of AI and legal practice. That's next week, July 23rd. And without further ado, Alina.
Thank you so much, Florence. Guys, thank you so much for coming. I'm super extremely grateful to have all of you here tonight. This program means a lot to me personally, and I'm happy to share it with others. Before we start, I also want to say thank you to Fabric and Jewel for this amazing space. I recently joined Fabric myself as the resident, and we're going to host these events on the monthly basis here. And Jewel, you're welcome to say a few words about Fabric. Sponsorship.
Thank you so much for coming. Obviously, the space is Fabric, so we kind of like to make sure that people know that we're not just a co-working space. We really like to refine it on us being a social space. So, kind of like you go to the gym for your physical health, you'll come to Fabric for your social health. We've got like here, we've got that Dumbo, and then we're also doing a free trial week. So, if you want to spend a week at Fabric, come see me at the desk. I got little tickets I can give you. You can spend a week here, see how it is your life.
Thank you so much, Joel. Now, what is this? Okay. Now, the topic of today's conversation. I put together the presentation for you that is called Unlocking Human Potential. This program is the interactive workshop, and we're going to have the opportunity to do some exercise together. And if you feel comfortable and brave enough, whenever we're going to do them, I invite you to come to the stage. Don't be afraid, don't be shy. The purpose of coming here tonight for you and for me to help you to connect with your subconsciousness. And our subconsciousness has huge potential. We have everything what we need for our personal self-growth. As much as there are many external factors, we have all resources that we need. And today is going to be one of the opportunities to explore them. Now, you may ask me, does this thing work or also doesn't work? Everything went sideways today, but you know what? This is how it happens sometimes. Okay, perfect. You know, I also teach yoga, and when I go to the yoga festivals, sometimes they put me right next to the people who play loud music. And my job would be to offer the practice that is focused on meditation, grounding, and so forth. And you know what? I like to say that sometimes we just have to go with the flow and, deal with things. Anyhow, you know it yourself. So, why should you listen to me? You may ask me this question and yourself. My personal journey with neurolinguistic programming and subconsciousness began when I was 16 years old. And due to some personal reasons, I had to start living on my own. Many of my family members passed away out of natural causes. Things happen. The reason why I say that is because that was the time when I realized that I had my own traumas. I needed to find the way how to overcome them and to just ultimately just have more fulfilling, grounding life. And neurolinguistic programming was one of the tools that helped me personally to kind of balance myself and find my inner strength and resilience. Few other things about me right now. I teach at the Fashion Institute of Technology. I used to run the accessible fashion business, which is the apparel for the way how I love to call them differently and beautifully abled individuals, including high disability, mobility, and different stages of recovery. And with that, I built my signature program that I pitched to FIT. They loved it, and now I teach there. Besides that, I am also the certified neurolinguistic programming specialist, and this is part of the program that is going to be shared today. I coach and mentor primarily for business. One of the places where I coach is the family office. Their headquarters is in Spain and Madrid. They support mostly women that want to invest in the economy, primarily in the field of beauty, fashion, and so forth. And in addition to that, those businesses that want to do cross continental business with America. So that's when I come in place as their international coach. What else? I own patent on my invention. I got some awards. One of them was from United Nations. That was again due to the accessible fashion company. We got also featured during the Venice Film Festival in Italy, and there were some other things. Now, what are we going to talk about today is the Accessible Mind, which is the signature program that I built based on the knowledge from psychoanalysis, accessible business experience, and neurolinguistic programming. Now, why is this important? I'm sure all of us, including myself, we have our aspirations, our goals. Sometimes we may find ourselves that whatever we see in the future that we want to achieve, we see a bunch of barriers, different barriers, limitations. And unfortunately, sometimes those barriers could be on the way, and it may be challenging for us to build a strategy, to see that next step with the clarity. Or what comes even sometimes, we might see that next step, but still there is something that prevents us from moving forward. And so this is something that we're going to explore today. Oh, and those limitations I even don't like to use the word limitations, those barriers in our subconsciousness, they are being translated through our beliefs, assumptions, identity, emotions, and habits. What can become possible? Ultimately, through the deep connection with subconsciousness, through the neurolinguistic programming, we can boost our own confidence. And by boosting our confidence, we can trust ourselves more and our own decisions, we can be more aligned with our goals, understanding of who we are. We can have stronger relationships and better communication. Well, that comes in place due to the fact, I personally think that yes, of course, we had pandemic, one that we had 6 years ago, but also the Northern Hemisphere lives in another pandemic that is called loneliness. And that pandemic starts within ourselves. So by boosting and unlocking our personal relationship with ourselves, we ultimately become more connected with the world around us. This is a beautiful magic. Again, you know, what I love about this method and what I'm proposing to you, I'm a big fan of psychology. I'm a huge fan of therapy. And this is just one of the avenues that can be integrated in addition to other strategies within psychology. You know, like somebody likes to go to yoga, somebody likes psychoanalysis, somebody likes meditation, and so forth. We all resonate with one method a little bit more than with another. And if you would ask me again, why is this happening right now? To me personally, when I was running actively accessible fashion business, one of the big things that I realized that to sell clothing was not enough. What I was dealing with the mindset of people that have never heard about my product, had very little understanding of why this product can benefit their businesses. Then we started realizing, like, let's say when you want to sell your product, or one of the first questions that you would ask yourself, what is the purchasing capacity? So then why was the purchasing capacity of my product so low? And I apologize, I'm just a little bit under the weather, so I just have to use my napkin. I'm so sorry. I'm still far away from you, from all of you, because what we were dealing with was the inequality of the society that we live in. And let's say my customers, they were people with disabilities, and they would not be able to buy my product that frequently, simply because if they're employed, that was already a success. If they were employed, that would be the minimum wage in the regular case scenario. So with that statistics, so then there would be the question, how can we approach the companies and invite them to maybe potentially have more working stations in the offices for people with disabilities and so forth. That's how we started working with the mayor's office for people with disabilities. So it was a lot about mindset. And that personally inspired me even more to, now we got the mics, thank you so much, to get excited to work with subconsciousness, because many of the barriers that, as I mentioned, that we see as our external barriers, they have the internal cause. And that internal cause is relationship with ourselves. And the Accessible Mind method combines the awareness, access, alignment, and action. Awareness is about noticing the patterns that we have. The access allows us to reach the deeper level and understanding of what is actually hidden in our subconsciousness, and that could be our traumas, childhood traumas. Sometimes, you know, it's interesting that maybe not even the actual trauma, but if we as a child or even a young teenager, we just heard from maybe the parent or somebody who we considered being the special person for us, certain expression about ourselves, like a statement. And then we started living by thinking that statement was us. And this is how we started identifying ourselves. And then we become adults. And sometimes we don't know, oh my God, why we keep facing the same situation over and over and over again. Now, in addition to that, what even right now it's happening, like you're listening to me, I'm talking with you, what we think our mind is registering of what is happening right now is not sort of like the full reality, because there is many things that we just don't notice, but those other things that create our reality, they affect our subconsciousness. So what happens, we just keep feeding ourselves the information, and we even don't notice what kind of information we feed ourselves. That is why when we do exercise with subconsciousness, and then, oh my God, the clients, they discover that some memories pop in, or sometimes they say, oh, there's the name of the person, or they see someone that they did not know that they knew that person. So it's an interesting journey. And ultimately, if we become more aligned with ourselves, we can act. And I always love to invite myself and others, if you see the sense in the practice, in what I'm saying, or your personal practice, share it with others. Help other people to grow, and that ultimately, that is the opportunity for us to stay connected and keep our heart open. And now enough for me talking. I want you to introduce the first technique, which is called the personal change history. Personal change history is the good technique if, let's say, you have been finding yourself by living life and having certain feeling for quite long time. For example, somebody could have, I'm not saying depression in the clinical state, but let's say the feeling of sadness, or the feeling of grief of the missed opportunities, or anxiety. Anxiety is amazing because we live in New York, it's so easy to get anxious, or anything similar. If someone has any type of feeling that you would like to work with, I would invite that person to join me on the stage. And for other people, you would also do the technique with us. Just the person that would be with me would be able to get a little bit more benefit. Is there anybody who wants to try? Perfect. Please come. Yes, perfect. Yes, you're super brave. Yeah. Okay, so we need to see 90 degrees angle from each other. So I'm going to give you, actually, you know what, you can sit on the couch. You sit on the couch, yes, in the middle. And yeah, sure. Okay.
All right, guys, we don't know what's come out of this practice, so
Hopefully something positive. So,
You want a microphone?
do we need? Can you hear me?
I think there is no need for you to have, but you have the light right in your face,
Yeah,
right? You can move to the side. Is it better?
Yeah. You cannot hear me clear?
Well, for you guys, it is important to hear me, or I can switch to the microphone. This is a good idea. Hello? Hello?
They want to hear public embarrassment.
Yeah.
Tell me.
No, I think it worked, right?
I think it worked for a second then. Can you hear me?
Yes. Yes. Perfect.
Yes, hold it close to your mouth.
So I'm going to hold the microphone for you because you're going to be in the state of subconsciousness. So, because you know what happened? No, I will tell you. I just recently moved to, anyways, I'll tell you later. Sorry. My mind is scattered. So, anyways, what's your name?
Tanya,
Tanya. No, it doesn't work again.
you have to press it.
But do I have to hold it? Hello? Okay.
It was staying and then
Tanya.
Yes.
Yes?
it kept.
Batteries are very weak.
Okay. Perfect. Tanya, thank you so much. Now, I invite all of you guys, let's start the practice together with Tanya. Let's take a second. Let's close our eyes. You may uncross your legs, so you're going to be a little bit more comfortable. And it's so interesting. I'm speaking with you, like some people I know and some people I see the first time, but to speak with all of you as you are my friends, you know? So let's close our eyes. Let's sit comfortably. For the gentleman that is standing in the back, if you need a chair, you're welcome to sit. Please be comfortable. And let's start breathing slowly on the count of 5. Let's take a deep breath in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And exhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Once again, inhale and exhale. One more time, deep inhale and exhale. Now, I invite all of us to ask ourselves, what is that feeling that you have been living for quite a long time already, and you would love to heal from it? You know that it stops you. You know that it doesn't make you happy. And almost all the time, you may find yourself being in the good state. But sometimes, when you come back home and you're just sitting with yourself, and you may find yourself that again you have that feeling. Ask yourself, what is that? And while you're doing that, we'll ask Tanya, what is your feeling?
Frustration with some of my clients, constant.
Perfect. Frustration, amazing. Frustration is good. Now, let's take one deep inhale one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And exhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's right. Relax your back on the chair. Ground your feet on the floor. Relax the muscles on your face. Rest your palms on the thigh and the lap. Your body is completely relaxed. In a moment, I'm going to ask you to open up your eyes just for a second and then close them back again. And when you close your eyes, your eyelids are getting heavier and heavier. Twice as heavy as they were before. Let's open up your eyes one more time and then close them back again. That's right. The deep wave of unconsciousness is starting rising up from the base of your spine to the crown of your head and is showering your whole body all the way down. That's right. And once again, the wave of unconsciousness is rising up from the base of your spine to the crown of your head, and then showers your body all the way down. That's right. Allow yourself to relax completely. There is no place to go. There is no place to be. There is only the present moment of now. Now, Tanya and everybody, with the next inhalation, start seeing your own body, as if you are outside, floating in the sky, and you're seeing your own body from the sky. And the more you do so, start seeing the path in front of you and behind. And the path that is in front is your future, and the path that is behind is your past. That is full of the events that happened to you from the moment when you were born. That's right. Let's take a deep inhale and exhale. That's right. Keep floating in the space, in the sky. And I'm going to start counting backward in time. And the more I do so, I want you, Tanya, to keep seeing the events of your past life in retrospective, as if you would have had the tape that you were rewiring. And now the count begins. 2026, 2025. Keep floating above your path of your past experiences from the outside. Remain unconcerned and start seeing the events. And I want you, Tanya, to bring yourself to the very first moment when you experience frustration. That doesn't have to be with a client. That can be just the general frustration, or regarding the specific person. Your subconsciousness will lead you. Now, 2024, 2023, 2022, 2021. That's right. Keep floating in the space and keep coming back in time until the very first moment when you had the frustration. That's right. Allow your subconsciousness to guide you. And when you reach the very first moment when you felt frustrated, I want you to give me the nod, just so I know that you are there. 2020, 2019. You may keep floating more and more in time. You may start seeing yourself as the teenager, maybe as the child, and bring yourself to the very first moment when you felt frustrated. That's right. Wonderful. Good. Now, Tanya, I want you to look at the younger aspect of yourself from the mature state of your adulthood right now. And I want you to ask yourself, back then, what did you need to hear, to see, and to feel at that particular moment for you to feel better? And I want you to tell me that, and I'm going to make a note for that. Can you please tell us, what did you need to hear at that moment to feel better?
My efforts is recognized or remunerated.
Perfect. That efforts were recognized. That's right. What did you need to see at that moment? Appreciation. Would that be appreciation from certain people?
Appreciation for me and what I did.
Appreciation for you. That's right. Perfect. And what did you need to feel at that moment to feel yourself better? You wanted to be understood. That is amazing. That's right. I want you, Tanya, to thank your younger aspect of your persona for showing up, for speaking with you right now and giving you the answer. And I want all of us, by receiving the answer from our younger self, to share the gratitude for ourselves, helping us to heal our subconsciousness. Now, Tanya, I want you to start bringing yourself back to the present moment of now. Start seeing the path of life that you saw behind your physical body, and imagine that you're walking through that path to the present moment of now until you find yourself sitting in the chair. You feel your body, your legs are fully grounded, your back is relaxed. That's right. Let's take together. Inhale on the count of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And exhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Again, inhale and exhale. That's right. And last time, inhale and exhale. That's right. Now, Tanya, from the present moment of now, I want you to start seeing the past path of your life one more time. And this time, I want you to bring to your attention the moment when you were able to be that person for somebody else, and you were able to recognize somebody else's efforts when you were that rock and that support for the person, and they knew that you were able to see them for who they were, you were able to see their effort, and you were able to be there for them. And when you see that image with all your visceral memory of your body, when you live through that experience one more time, I want you to give me the nod. So when I know that you're there, take your time till you bring yourself to the moment of being that support for someone else. That's right. Live that experience. Be there right now. That's right. Now, I want you to bring the time to your memory when you were able to be that person for someone else who was able to understand them to the extent that no one else was able to. You were that person who had deep compassion, deep understanding for someone else. And when you bring yourself to that moment, I want you to give me the nod. Take your time. That's right. Live that through that moment. Feel yourself being that rock, that person that gave a deep understanding and support for someone else. That's right. And lastly, I want you to bring to your attention the time when you were able to appreciate another person. Appreciate to the extent that only you could. Only your heart was able to, and you were able to connect on such a deep level with that person through your appreciation. Bring that moment to your attention when you were that resource for someone else, when you nourished another person with your appreciation. That's right. I want you to keep these three experiences in your memory, and your visceral reaction of your body holds them. You know the feeling, you know how to appreciate, you know how to understand other people, you know exactly what you need. Now, I want you once again, on the count of 5, take a deep breath in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And exhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Once again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And exhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring yourself to the present moment of now. That's right. On the count of 3, I want you to open up your eyes together. 1, 2, 3. Let's open up the eyes. That's right. Now, I want you to stand up and let's walk the circle. Just walk in the circle. Don't question it. Yes. And now let's sit back. That's right. Now let's close our eyes once again. Let's uncross our legs. We need to switch our mind. Let's take again the deep inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And exhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Once again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And exhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. With the next inhalation, you start seeing yourself as if from outside of your own body, once again, floating in the sky. And you see the path of your life in the future and behind. And this time, as I'm starting counting backwards, I want you to bring yourself to the moment before those events when you had the frustration. The very first time took place. You can bring yourself maybe 15 minutes before, maybe 20, maybe even a day before. Let's start the count. 2026, 2025, 2024, 2023, 2022. Keep floating back in the space in your past until you bring yourself back to the moment when you had that frustration the first time. But just this time, you're going a little bit before that to the safe space. And when you get there, I want you to give me the nod. That's right. Now, Tanya, I want you to look at your younger self, your younger aspect of who you are, from the mature adult state as you are right now. And I want you to give yourself all the recognition for all the efforts that you have been doing in a way that only you can do. Only you know how to recognize yourself, because only you knew and only you know right now how much you needed that and what specifically you wanted to hear, to see, and to feel. I want you to recognize yourself for the full potential. That's right. In a way that only you can. You may start seeing how your aspect of your younger self starts merging with your present self, and you're becoming the one. Because you are Tanya. You are that resource of that potential that can understand you to the extent that no one else can. I want you to give your younger self that understanding that you were longing for, for such a long time. That's right. I want you to give your younger self the appreciation that you were looking for. In that moment, I want you to appreciate yourself so much. You deserve it. You always deserved it. To be appreciated, to be understood, to be recognized. That's right. And when your younger self merges with your mature self and becomes the one, I want you to start seeing gold light everywhere, spreading in all directions. That's right. There is no place for separation. There is no need to feel the separation. There is no need to experience frustration anymore, because that aspect of yourself that was craving understanding, appreciation, and recognition has received all the gifts that was waiting for such a long time. And with the next inhale, I want you to bring yourself again to the present moment of now. That's right. On this couch, to this studio. Feel your body. Your legs are fully grounded. That's right. And by keeping your eyes closed, I want you to start seeing black and white circle the disc mentally right in front of you. And the disc starts spinning backward. And the more the disc spins extremely fast, then all of a sudden the space opens up right in the middle of the disc. And that space is your path to the unlimited opportunities that you're stepping into right now. I invite you to step inside and see the gold light shining in all directions. And that is your safe space of the unlimited opportunities. That's right. Now, I want you to take a deep inhale and exhale. And last time, inhale and exhale. That's right. When you're ready, I want you to open up your eyes. There's no rush. You may take your time. That's right. And I invite you to take a seat back. You may keep just the silence for some time, and you can take a seat back. The beauty of this practice is also that we will have our little networking hour afterwards. You are trying not to discuss them right away because you want to digest. We can ask Tanya later. Now, the second, did anybody have any experience like on your end, or you were just listening to us, Tanya? Was somebody able to do the practice on their own? Or? Yes? Okay, good. I know it's easier when I speak directly with you, but you can follow the intention. The next technique is called the kinesthetic squash. So the kinesthetic squash is good if, let's say, you can find yourself being torn into two different directions. For example, you want to start the business, but you're afraid. You want to have relationship, but you, excuse me, like men, you don't like men, or you don't like women, or you don't trust them, or you had your trauma. And all of us, we have those traumas. Or anything else where you find yourself being torn apart, like, and you feel yourself being stuck and you don't progress, you don't move forward. If anybody has been experiencing something like that, I'm happy to invite you for the next 15 minutes and we'll work with you. Don't be shy. The beauty of this practice also is that you don't have necessarily to share any personal stuff. Please come share with me. Like, let's say, even when we were asking Tanya, we didn't ask her story. Please take a seat. The type of events that happened, that is private. We're just asking about the feedback. Wonderful. Do you want to tell us your name?
Ari.
Welcome, Ari. So, what kind of a challenge have you been experiencing that you would like to resolve? Like, what would be your one calling that you want to do thing A, and then something that is stopping you, which is like thing B?
So I want to like more start in a business, right? And for some reason I'm not able to put as much effort that I plan to, or get distracted and all that stuff. Yeah.
Amazing. And for much effort. I'm just taking notes for myself, so then I remember what to say to you. Start business. Can you tell us what kind of business?
It's a marketing agency.
Marketing agency. Okay. In New York?
Yeah.
Okay. Marketing agency. But it's not so important where, actually. Okay. Amazing. Thank you so much. For how long have you been thinking about this business?
Like a couple of years now.
Couple of years. Okay. Awesome. Now, Ari, I want you to sit comfortably, close your eyes as well. You may rest your palms, your hands on your thighs, yes. Let's take a deep breath together on the count of 5. For you guys, I invite you to think about your own challenge that you have been having in your life and take the benefit from this practice just because you have it right now. Why not? Simple as that. And whenever I'm going to ask Ari a question, reflect on the same question within yourself. Okay? Let's all close our eyes, sit comfortably, ground your legs, relax your back on the chair. Your muscles are completely relaxed. Your face is also completely relaxed. That's right. Let's take a deep inhale on the count of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And exhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Once again, inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And exhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. With every inhalation and exhalation, your body is getting heavier and heavier. Your eyelids are getting heavier and heavier as well. In a moment, I'm going to ask you to open up your eyes just for a moment. Let's open them. And now close them again. And they're getting even heavier this time. Now, the next time, I'm going to invite you to open your eyes. When you're going to close them, your eyelids are going to be twice as heavy as before. Let's open up them together and close. That's right. Now, Ari, I want to ask you, as you have two hands in your body, what hand do you think represents the aspect of yourself that stops you from achieving your goal, making this business happen? That what hand represents that mindset that tells you that you might not putting enough effort, that there is something that's stopping you? Would that be your left hand or right? And you can tell us. That's right. Left hand. That's right. Would that be fair to say then that the aspect of your personality that wants to start the business, that is the marketing agency, to succeed with it, can represent your right hand? Would that be fair to say? That's right. Good. Now, Ari, I want you to realize that this internal conflict that is pulling you apart in two different directions, it is not the abstract thought. It is the actual energetic experience that your body is living through right now. And as you told me, you have been having this experience for almost 2 years already. That's right. Now, Ari, with my index finger of my left hand, I'm going to gently touch your left wrist. And as I do so, I want you to keep your left wrist completely relaxed. Keep it down. Exactly. Yes, that's right. I want you to feel the heaviness in your left wrist completely. That's right. And I want you to know that this heaviness, that what represents that limitation, that thought in your subconsciousness that is responsible for you saying and believing that you are not putting too much effort, but even not that, that you are not able to put too much effort. I want you to connect that thought with your left hand. That's right. And now, with your honest intention, I want you, by keeping your left hand completely relaxed, I want you to start lifting up your left hand higher. That's right. To the comfortable level. That's right. And as I remove my finger, I want you to keep your hand floating in the space. That's right. That's okay. We can keep it. Yes, that's right. Let it stay there. That's right. Now, Ari, the same way how I connected with your left hand, gently, I'm going to touch your right wrist. And I want you to relax your right hand completely. Your right hand, although is completely relaxed, it is responsible for you putting your business together, making it happen, making your project being the actual reality. It is responsible for all the resources that you have already, that you're going to have moving forward. That's right. This right hand is your full potential. That's right. And in a moment, I want you, in an honest way that your subconsciousness allows you, to start lifting up your right hand higher and higher. That's right. To the comfortable level. And in a moment, I'm going to remove my finger, and I want you to keep your right hand floating in the space. That's right. Now, Ari, I want you to invite your subconsciousness to eliminate any boundaries, any restrictions that you have been having before, and allow both of your hands to meet each other in an honest way at the pace that is comfortable for you. I invite you to start moving honestly, both of your hands closer towards each other in the pace that is comfortable for you. That's right. I want you to interlace your fingers. That's right. And take a deep inhale and lock your fingers and your palms close to each other. That's right. And now I want you to lift up your hands the way they are now and bring them to your chest. Keep them close to your chest. And I want you to realize that from this moment, from now on, there is no need for separation. Your body wants to help you to move in a complete alignment towards achieving your goal and making it happen, and with the full intention of your persona. I invite you to speak with your subconsciousness and ask your higher self to guide you and eliminate all the barriers when you might think that you are not putting too much effort, that's something that is hard to achieve, that some things were not for you and your business. That old stuff is no longer serving you. You don't need it, because now your heart and your mind are working coherently. They are working together, and they're helping you to achieve the goal that you want to have. And that is your business, your marketing agency, and the new opportunities, they are opening up for you right now. And the moment I will invite you to bring your palms back to your thighs, to your lap, the more you will bring your palms down. I want you can start slowly doing that. Bring your palms to your thighs, and when you bring them down, that is the moment when your palms touched your legs. You feel connected with a new beginning, with a new aspect of your personality that was just born, and that is the safe space that is full of creativity, full of energy, and full of the potential for self-realization. Now, I want you to take a deep breath on the count of 5. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And exhale. 5, Last time. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And exhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I want you to start seeing the disc in front of you, the black and white disc, and the disc starts spinning backward, increases in speed. It is spinning super fast, so fast that in a moment you don't see the separation between black and white. Everything becomes blurred so much. And then the disc opens up and you see the window into the space of the unlimited opportunities. That's right. And that space is full of the gold light that is shining in all directions. That's right. And that is your new life that is taking place right now. Let's take a deep inhale on the count of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And exhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last time. Inhale. And exhale. That's right. Whenever you're ready, when you feel yourself fully present in this moment, in the now, you may comfortably open up your eyes. There's no rush. Take your time. Let's bring ourselves to the present moment of now. In this body. Yes, that's right. And now I invite you to take a seat also for about 10 minutes and just let it cook, and we will speak with you later. Now, since I promised you to have 1 hour of the workshop, we are out of time for this first hour. We have about maybe 40 minutes when you guys can mingle with each other. We have some drinks. We have lots of alcohol. Thank you so much for Parlor. I forgot to say thank you so much for Parlor. They gave me so much wine, so we can have lots of glasses. And it's just amazing community. I've been a member for 4 years. Last thing that I want to share with you is that you kind of saw the transformation, the purpose of the transformation, that we want to help ourselves to live a more sustainable, fulfilling life. And now the main question is, where can we use this methodology? What are the avenues? So what I'm offering are, first, one-on-one sessions. The average session takes 90 minutes. Why 90 minutes? Because in the comfort and privacy of one-on-one session, the client normally shares more about their experience, and then based on that, there are many different techniques, and we are figuring out what are exactly we're working with. Because sometimes we think that we need to act, for example, and the client would think that they are dealing with the behavior, while in fact, that might be the thought behind the behavior that should be explored first. So things like that. Also, I'm offering the group journeys. Group journeys are in person and online. I'm streaming right now because I'm connected with the community for people with disability. And like, let's say for somebody who cannot travel, for example, here due to maybe mobility conditions and so forth, we're offering it online. However, I always invite for folks to come in person, because as you might see, like what I was doing with the shoulder and stuff like that, when we connect our physical body and when I can see what is happening with you, like let's say when you're moving your chest, etc., I can just give you more benefit And also, I'm offering the group corporate training for the teams who needs that. Normally, the learning and development department within the companies, because sometimes when it comes to, let's say, when we have the challenge in the office, and like, let's say I've been in fashion for many years. I used to work for Calvin, licenses for Polo, Lacoste, and so forth, had my own business. And let's say when there's the challenge between production and QC, for example, we as the business owner, we might think that, yes, so the QC needs to speak with the production and the, let's say the situation can be resolved within 2 calendar days. But what it comes down to sometimes that Lucy from QC is not getting along with Jane from production. And that can actually cause the real delay because they may speak with each other, but they just don't want to find the solution. So when there are certain techniques that are being introduced for the team, it helps the team building, first of all, uplifting the spirit. Well, that conversation comes also into the conversation with HR normally, and based on that, we create the training. And with that, I'm sharing 2 QR codes with you. So this one leads to the website where you can read more about what just happened. And the second one, the Curious Mind Circle, I'm partnering with the Hilton. They generously gave me the space, the one that is in Chelsea on 24th and 6th. Sarah was there. And we have our smaller group of people, like I would say up till 8 to 10 people, where we can meet, we can have a more intimate conversation about the challenges in a more, again, cocktail environment. We can also have a drink. And so the beauty of that space is that on the second floor, on Sundays and Mondays, they close the bar. So the bar is downstairs, but they let us in and go upstairs. So we can still get a drink downstairs and then head upstairs. So it is more quiet. Like, let's say, like here right now, there's little music, but just so we can talk. We can open up, talk, and have more candid conversation. So you're welcome to join. This is the WhatsApp community. This is the website. And from here, you can find lots of information about me, like, and so forth. Guys, so thank you so much. I hope it made sense. You're welcome to ask me any questions, and please enjoy drinks. I'm going to pour more wine, and thank you so much. Awesome. Okay, cool. Uh-huh. I hope so. You know what we need to ask? We need to put some music. Oh, music is here. Okay, awesome.
Thank you so much. I liked it a lot. It was so amazing.
Hi, Isabella. Nice to meet
Nice
you.
to meet you.
Wonderful. Yes.
What methodology do you use for your
This
hypnosis?
is,
Or meditation?
it is a lot about hypnosis, but I'm also
It's a what hypnosis?
Yes, it is. It has elements of hypnosis. As you saw, because sometimes I want to bring people back, but they're still, like a little bit floating.
Yeah.
It is neuro-linguistic programming.
Neuro-linguistic
I'm
programming.
certified as the neuro-linguistic specialist,
Oh,
programmer. They call
okay.
it programmer with the New York Institute of Neuro-Linguistic Programming.
Thank you for the session.
You're very welcome. Yeah.
How do you feel? I was so relaxed.
So the idea, yeah. So I want you, like, when you share how you feel, share, but don't think what happened.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you can share the feeling, but don't think what happened. So that's the beauty. And I'm going to come back to you. I'll just grab some wine.
And
I know that you need to pour some wine because otherwise people just, yeah. Yeah. Oh, thank you so much. Yeah. Thank you so much. Yeah. Oh, do we have? Yeah, let's take those. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Is it only just the July, August sessions?
So when you go, I forgot to say, I should have said that. Actually, let me. Hello, 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 hello. Guys, just super quick little announcement, super quick little announcement, super quick little announcement. Super quick little announcement. I forgot to mention something that was actually important, like there was a question that just happened. So for the cohort that is the group journey, the group journey consists of 4 weeks. You have a session every week. The session is for 90 minutes. If you're doing it in person, it's going to happen here on Fridays at 9 o'clock at Fabric. If you're doing it online, it will be on Saturdays, also at 9 o'clock in the morning. In addition to the group cohort, every student gets the opportunity of having one in-person session, one-on-one. It normally takes a month. Why is that? Because we have these 4 aspects of our personality that we're going to work with. We can repeat them in the future. So what's today, 13th? The next Monday is 20. We're starting the following week after 20th. What's the 28th of July?
Is that the only cohort are you gonna have?
And the next one will be in September.
Okay.
Yes, yeah.
I'm traveling, so
No,
it wouldn't make
yes,
sense.
of course. Yeah, and if you have any additional information, that is in the QR code. There's also some promotion, like the prices.
It's not
and
on
so
the
forth.
website. The only thing that's shown on the website is the July.
Yeah. The next, I'm going to post, like, I would say, like maybe in a few weeks, I will post it. Yeah, September.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you. How do you know Lawrence?
Through like networking events.
Oh,
Yeah, he invited me to some networking events. I'm actually staying with him right now for the month of
he
July.
told me about you. He told me, and he told me that you did something in modeling, right?
No, well,
Was that you?
I'm like an influencer, but recently I was taking some photos.
Okay. I'm just.
It's different from hypnosis.
It has some hypnosis.
It is hypnosis. You
It
also
it
do.
has the element of hypnosis. Again, I do it mildly. I don't lead people into complete, deep hypnosis. Again, because it's a social event, it's the networking.
Yeah.
But I teach yoga. I do yoga nidra, which is basically the hypnosis.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so is it more effective when it's a hypnosis, or is it?
So
This is with NLP, right?
yeah. So the idea is that we have this firewall of our mindset, and we live in our mind. Exactly. So what we do actually, we allow just for a moment to forget about this and go one step beyond. And from that state, we allow us first to relax, because we keep living, in this tension, in this, rigidness. Taking picture of us. So by stepping beyond, by relaxing, we are rethinking. So the idea why we're not asking about the feedback right away, because normally we ask, like, what do you feel? How do you feel? So don't analyze it right away. Let it settle down. Then these 2 people, then they will sleep at night. They will get some drinks. So then tomorrow, I'm telling you, like in a day or in a few, everybody has my information because you guys signed up for me. They will reach out to you. So that's how it works. So it's not, like let's say when you go to school and you.
So they won't know.
Yeah.
But they'll feel it in a few days.
Yeah.
Know what they
I mean, it depends on the person, depends on how open they are. Someone can feel right away, somebody can feel it like tomorrow. Because then again, there's this, oh, I'm not sure. Oh, what's happening? Girls, you're very welcome. What's your name, by the way? Yash. Alina, nice to meet you. Yes. Are you leaving? Are you staying? You're leaving. Okay.
I'm meeting my
Okay.
friend 10 minutes ago.
Okay, good to see you.
Yeah,
Thank you
good
for
to see you.
coming.
Yeah, I'll send you a note. I thought you did such a good job.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, I'm going to send you, I saw this just today, like before coming here, this Instagram clip of an actress who was stuck in like a 3-month panic attack because someone had tried to like attack
I
her.
have for panic. I have for phobias and panic attacks.
Yes,
Yes, I
and
have the
she,
technique.
yeah, and she was like traveling with her husband. They were in like a Buddhist like masonry or whatever it's called, and she was like, yeah, the Buddhists, they don't care about me, or like they don't even know who I am or like what she was going through, but the meditative process that they took her through just like snapped her out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. Okay, I really gotta
Okay.
go.
Good to
like,
see you. Good to see you.
I'll talk to you later.
Sounds good. I have to take off the mic. Thank you so much. Okay. Oh, look at this. Oh. Okay.
I was checking the phone
Yeah.
to see if you're in the frame or not.